Hello everybody, this is 147. Just want to talk a little bit about what we would like to see. Well, I would like to see. You can comment on down below what you want to see as well for the next WWE game. Now, since it's probably not going to be published by THQ, Take-Two Interactive has gone on and taken the WWE license, and they're going to be adding the 2K to it. So we'll see what comes out of that. One of the kind of main things I would like to see in a newer kind of inside the new WWE game was, I think, an option to disable the commentary. I mean, the commentary can get a bit stale and redundant after a while, and you kind of get used to hearing the same lines delivered over and over again. It kind of loses its essence from the first time you hear it. I think there should be an option to have the commentary on or off, and also have the option to play like music as well. I think that's one of the best things that WWE Day of Reckoning 1 and 2 had. Those were wrestling games on GameCube exclusives, and I think they did a lot of things right with that game. I still hold that game as, I think, one of the best wrestling games ever, though the roster may not be as updated as it is now. It came out around 2005 or 2003, 2004 that the first one is. That's when that came out, so it's not the most up-to-date roster ever. So it's just the soundtrack was really good, and it really flowed with what was going on screen with the action and just the wrestling. I think a soundtrack would be nice as an option to have if people who don't prefer to have kind of any music playing during a match would like to keep the commentary on or off. I mean, I think a soundtrack, a decent soundtrack would be nice. I know you could probably play music on your Xbox, but it's kind of a more time consuming to kind of put all your music into your Xbox, so I think that'd be a lot better just for them to have some licensed music on there to play during the match. I think that would kind of mix things up a bit, have a really big soundtrack. WWE Day of Reckoning 1 and 2 had a really great soundtracks. With a Dark Halo, those were kind of not really a well-known band, but it was a really good heavy metal band that really flowed with the wrestling and had Public Enemy, things like that, artists like that. Just a kind of whole blend of music. Try to make it as kind of all over the place as possible to kind of gather as much diversity in terms of music, because not everyone likes certain types of music. So if you could just like mix it up or just kind of have in the settings what you like to what you want to play during the match and stuff, so the types of music that the people playing the game don't quite enjoy can kind of check those out of there and have the music that they do like rap, rock, whatever, things like that playing during a match. Maybe a story mode would be interesting. Get more than the story mode. I know they've had the story modes from the prior wrestling games. So the WWE 13 did have the Attitude Era mode, which is a nice little addition there. Kind of replay through the kind of highlight moments of the Attitude Era, although most of them weren't the most quite accurate of what exactly went down, and it's hard to actually just being able to reenact those and also have the names of some wrestlers on there. Obviously, some of the ones that had their pretty big moments in the Attitude Era are now with the TNA, the other wrestling organization there, so they can't have them in there. So, well, I will say that WWE 13 did have a pretty big roster than the prior games had before, so I think that'd be nice to even expand even more, just so kind of like the rest of the rosters that could be updated by the time the game comes out can be with DLC, and always work on DLC, because you could always get a really quick buck on updating your roster and keeping the roster fresh with DLCs for the game until the next one comes out. And obviously the ones that the word DLC from the last game will be on the next one. So those are kind of the main ones right there. That's just kind of something that I wanted to discuss a little bit and just kind of came to mind. So be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you want to see in the next WWE game, what you want added into the game that hasn't already been there, or just things that you want there, and just things that should be kept and not removed at all. So Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a good one.